answer some of the questions you guys submitted.
A question from Kate from Denver. This question is for Cassidy. What's it like being on tour with all boys?
It's good. It's like being with a bunch of your brothers who are protective, and you always are entertained, that's for sure. It's always fun. It's always never a dull moment. And it's just like, they're all my best friends, so I never really think about the fact that I'm the only girl. It's kind of just like, we're all friends, and it's no different than being around all girls, except for they're boys.
All right. A question from Rob in Kansas City. Do you guys play a lot of pranks on each other while on tour? If so, what is the best prank you have played or another band has played on you? Why, yes, Rob from Kansas City, we do play a lot of pranks on tour. Usually when tour ends, the last day of tour, there's this thing that everybody does called tour pranks. And it's usually a bunch of different bands from the tour messing with the other bands, pulling tour pranks. And some of the tour pranks we've had done to us is, we've toured with We the Kings twice, and both times we've toured with them, the last show of the tour, Travis takes over the monitors and he says like ridiculous stuff to us through our monitor mix to throw us off, and the crowd can't hear it, so we just look really silly. Like on stage, we lose our composure, and it's just, that's funny. Something that we've done to get We the King, we did it to We the Kings, right? With the smoke bomb.
Yes.
They silly strung our van and made it look like Academy did it.
No. Academy did it and made it look like We the Kings did it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Butcher did it.
And so we had a smoke bomb, and we took the smoke bomb and we put it under their bus, and then we knocked on the door to the bus, and we're like, yo, we think something's wrong with the bus, like a bunch of smoke is coming from the back right around the generator, something's like, and they all started freaking out and they thought their bus was on fire, and then they finally realized the smoke started to die down and it was just a smoke bomb.
And then another good tour prank is the dogs pretending to be dead.
All right. A question from Steph in New York City. Was it cool being interviewed on Real World? Did you know at the time that they interview was going to be on the show?
It was really cool. It was awesome actually, because we had no idea that we were going to even be on the show when it was happening. So we heard that we had a good 2.5 minutes on the show before it came out, and we weren't allowed to see it, which was a little scary, but it came out, and Chet did an awesome job interviewing us. He made it interesting and entertaining, so it was good. And we couldn't believe that we were on the Real World. It was pretty surreal.
Cereal. A
All
question.
Right, let me. Can I ask? Oh, that's funny.
I mean, it's directed towards you, but do it up.
Okay. Carolyn from Boston. Cassidy, boyfriend. We need all rumors squashed. I'm single. So that's squashed. Boys, any of you single for us fans? Them fans.
Elliot, single. Alex,
Single.
single.
Jersey,
single. Mike, definitely single.
All right. Sean from Dallas, what is your favorite city to play in? Do you have a favorite show you've ever played?
Well, I'm sorry, Sean, but for me, Dallas is not my favorite. Although it's a lot of fun.
It was fun. But that show was weird because when we were on tour with Fall Out Boy, that show, the doors were really close to when we played. So kids were still walking in and they were just not into it.
Probably the hometown shows. The hometown shows are a
Yeah.
lot of fun because we get to see our family and our friends, and the crowd is always really awesome at a hometown show.
I think my favorite was our first time ever was in the UK with on the Believers Never Die tour, and we played the O2 Arena, which was the craziest experience. What was the capacity?
There was 14,000 people.
It was the craziest thing in the entire world, and I almost cried on stage when we were playing Candles, and people took out their cell phones. I was like, okay, this song's called Candles, and I felt stupid. But it was an awesome show, and we had a great time in the UK. It was crazy.
Yes. All right. A question from Kyle, Seattle.
What are you most excited about your upcoming tour? Have you ever played with any of the other bands on it before? turnaround. This tour is going to be great because we're taking out all of our friends. We have toured with, or played a show with all the bands on the tour. We toured with This Providence. We did a few dates with the Friday Night Boys. We did a few dates with the Bigger Lights, and Stereo Skyline we've played.
Like Bamboozle.
Yeah, we've played
which
like
kind of
festivals.
counts but doesn't.
But we're all really good friends, and we're headlining this tour, so it's gonna definitely be kind of a more free feeling. You know, we're kind of doing whatever we want with our set, which is gonna be a lot of fun. We're used to playing like 20, 30-minute sets, and this time we have like a 45-minute set. So we're definitely going to put on a show as best as we can. It's gonna be awesome.
All right. A question from Vanessa, Los Angeles. Cassidy, tell us about the America's Sweethearts video. What was it like to work with Fall Out Boy?
Video shooting was very crazy because it was there's a carousel in just a huge room, and it was really legit. I showed up at 6:30 and I was alone and I didn't really know anyone there, and then they just kind of put me into hair and makeup, and then Fall Out Boy showed up and I felt a little better because I knew them, and we hung out all day. I got to act, which I really like doing, but I never really got to do that much. And working with Fall Out Boy, that day I didn't really do much like on the set with them, but we hung out a lot in the dressing room. I watched football with Andy, and I kept trying to talk to him, but he was really focused on the game. He was like, yeah, okay, sure. And then I remember being like, yeah, so we're gonna tour together. And he's like, oh, really? I didn't know that. It's like, yeah, it's true. And so anyway, the video came out really well, and it was an amazing experience.
This last question is from Mike from Boynton Beach. Cassidy,
He's lying.
was it a good experience at the PureVolume studio?
Yeah, the best. But seriously, we both kind of always loved PureVolume, and I remember watching sessions from my favorite bands, PureVolume sessions, and now that we're actually doing them, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do one, and now it's just another goal that I've accomplished. I can die a happy man.
And I'm hanging out with a dog right now. It's another goal that I've accomplished. Even though he sneezes on me and touches my boob without asking, I still love him.